Get over here! I'm gonna have Valencia do something real quick. Let's get rid of this guy. Wonderful. Welcome to your battle debut, Valencia.
So apparently she's like really well versed in sword combat, and you kind of wonder why we never at least gave her a sword to hold. But doesn't matter.
You know how princesses can be,
yeah.
Or like royalty can be when it comes to that kind of thing. Oh. Yeah, if we can get rid of that archer, this will make things a whole lot easier. And in fact, I'm gonna see if we can do it with Reese. Reese, you come over here. Attack. Purge.
How would that do against...
He can't reach any of them.
Okay.
So we might as well just use it with Reese.
Okay. Some overkill, but okay.
Look, it gets him off the board. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
All right. Toronto. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, good. How would you fare? Wow, Nethany!
She can do it.
Let's do it. Wow.
She's just super dependable.
She's so good. She is so good.
Never gonna be the flashiest character, but gonna get the job done.
Flashy doesn't win you wars.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, little by little things are shaping up here. So then let's see.
So here's an idea I have.
These two, right?
Yeah. But also, can we use Racin to bring back Mist and have Mist run in to heal Stefan and then run back out? I know Stefan's not in danger right now, but I'd like to stay ahead of the healing game.
I agree. But actually, if I may be honest with you,
yeah.
I may actually prefer using Racin on one of these two, based on how well they do with their ranged spells against these guys. Again, if we can get these guys off the board, that would be amazing.
Okay.
Especially this dude with the silver sword. But then again, I think I want to prioritize the archers.
Okay.
Okay, let's see how they do. You're just in range. Yeah, I see no reason not to do this.
Yeah, okay.
Adept!
Wow.
Sorin!
I think that's going to use up the rest of the Blizzard Tome, but...
It is, but you know what? I think that was worth.
Yeah.
That takes someone off the board. I'll take it.
Now...
1938. If we canto him with Racin, he will take this guy off the board.
Okay. My other thought was if you do it to the front guy, and then maybe you can have Marcia attack and leave, and then have Har attack and leave, and do some kind of, like...
Let me check something. Yeah, your weapon levels are not far enough. Yeah.
But I mean, you can... Yeah, that totally works.
Yeah, I think I'd rather do this.
Okay, go for it.
Let me actually check here. How can you do against this guy? Not bad.
Like, with the meteor, she can finish him off.
Yeah.
And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and she can get just out of range.
Yep.
Let's do it.
And any damage she does take, Ileana can heal.
I think that's a better option. Let's do it. What was that?
I don't know. There were some flashy lights I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, you saw that number glow, right?
Yeah. It wasn't a crit. Oh,
Corrosion! Oh, wow!
Fashion, we're gonna use that sword. Or no, I think that's a stealable sword. I don't know if we're gonna get it. I forget how all that works.
She's just not strong enough.
Can she borrow a sword from somebody? What if Har... What about Har? Because remember, Har's not going to take extra damage from the...
Mm-hmm. If we have him equipped with the Scarlet Pike and then move him back,
yeah.
he can be in the line of fire, and he won't be at weapon disadvantage, and then we can have Ileana, or not Ileana, Marcia come in and finish.
Okay.
Let's do it. Alright, there we go. Marcia. Okay.
So silver sword off the board.
Yep. Oh, yeah, we did get it.
Yeah.
I guess that corrosion may have, like...
Yeah, it wasn't in our favor, but... Oh.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Alright.
You could have Ileana heal Stefan, just to give her something to do.
I agree. And Racing, can you? Oh.
Steel sword, killing edge. So do you want to proc the steel sword with, like, Nephany or something?
As a matter of fact, I do, and I know just how to do it. Do it again.
Alright, so we still have, glad we got to use Renal for something. We still have Racing and we have Rolf.
Rolf can't do much at this point. There's nothing really he can do here.
Yeah, and all Racing can do is maybe Canto Joffrey there to, like, run up and potshot someone.
Or
Mercia.
Or hear me out on this.
Yeah.
We Canto Ike, and he comes and beats the crap out of this guy.
Is that going to disturb our wall, though, and leave Racing?
No,
it's not. It's not.
We Canto Ike, and we have him beat the crap out of this dude.
Alright.
Let's do it.
Bring the fight to you.
Mm-hmm. And with that Brave Sword, it's all but guaranteed.
Man, we, like, formed this wall because we were so afraid, but we, like, yeah, kind of managed to kill most of them anyway.
Mm-hmm. 15, 30, 45, 60. Beautiful.
Not bad.
Not resting on my laurels, but that was good. That was really good. I think we played this perfectly.
And Rolf, do whatever you want, man.
He's going after Oscar.
Okay.
He doesn't have a high magic stat with that Flame Lance, but it is what it is. Like I said, we don't need Oscar to be strong. We just need him to be durable.
Yeah, he just needs to take hits.
Yep, and he does that extremely well.
He needs to take hits and he needs to be able to move.
He's going after Boyd.
It's a fun choice. Man, I thought you would go after Oscar then. At least, like, focus down a single unit.
Yeah. Alright, Nephany, make us proud. Has she gotten hit, like, at all?
No.
Like, recently? She's been dodging everything!
Her version of damage is leveling up and having a little more health than she did before. That's her version of damage.
Like, for real, though! Oh my god. Like, I got scared during that whole spiel, dude, but, like, I'm really glad that this worked out this way. Whew, what a relief.
Yeah, that's, I mean, we got some forces here. We gotta check on that bishop.
He does move! This is gonna hurt!
Uh-oh.
Whew, okay.
Okay.
Never mind.
Alright, let's go Cave of Skullland.
Alright, we're gonna have to shift our form here. Alright, Ronolf's on the board.
Form shifted. So at the end of this, 3 wyverns are gonna show up in the upper right.
Understood. Not enough. I'm actually, you know what? Given Ronolf's speed and, like, mobility, I'm willing to have him take care of that, and he can come in down later. What do you think?
Either that or you can have Ike kill him on his way over to other battles. But no, this is fine, this is fine.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, he can counterattack because it's Meteor.
Yeah. And you know how Randolph loves killing fire mages. So
Man, that was a bit Trey stressful, not gonna lie.
So you like burning galleons, huh?
Uh-huh. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna have to form a wall here now.
Yeah, can we look at all of their weapons?
Yeah, we got Short Spear, Claws, Lance, Night Killer. Night Killer is strong against, what's it called? Cavalry.
Yeah.
Steel Blade, Short Spear, Lagoo's Bow, Shine, and Longsword. If we can form a wall on this tree with some of our more defensive units, we'll be in good form.
Okay.
So, first of all, Nephany. 1836, perfect. Oh my god!
Nice killing edge, loser.
Dude! Nephany!
Oh, man.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know people say that Nephany is not a top tier pick in this game, and to that I say, fuck you. Nephany is doing great! Like, I can't express that enough. She is wonderful right now.
This is what I think of your tier list.
Uh-huh.
So, maybe, can we check the range on the kitty cat?
Yeah, that's a long range. But we should be able to form a good enough wall here. Because, yeah, you got spears and, like... The knight... Just want to make sure. Night Killer, mounted on horseback. Okay, so yeah, our knights will do just fine here. So yeah, let's just form a wall and go from there. We'll have some of our back units take care of these guys.
Yeah, why don't we kill these 2 paladins first?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We'll have Ike take out one of them just so we can start moving.
Can we try something besides the Brave Lance? Because we should try to save that a little bit.
Yeah. Actually, like, I'm willing to do this because if, like...
Someone else can finish it.
Yeah.
Maybe Ileana, maybe Rolf.
Alencia.
Maybe Alencia, yeah.
But not necessary.
Nope, I finish it.
I like how Ether works, too, because it's like the first one is the Soul, which is a heal, and then the second one is the Luna, so it's basically 2 attacks, but the last one is going to do more damage because of the defense drop.
Bastion?
Let's see how you do, because you can Canto.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work just fine. Yeah, and we can have him kind of form part of the wall.
Yeah, he can be part of it.
Yeah, let's have Marcia do it.
Okay.
Because again, like, if we can have, like, the Kanto characters, like, be able to take these guys out and then just move up, then that's all the better for us.
Yeah. So the only thing is that some of these guys on the left charging front have short spears, so they'll probably all try and focus on the same person on the front lines.
Yeah, only one of them has a short spear.
I thought two of them did.
Maybe? Short spear, lance, night killer, steel blade, short... You're right. But I think that'll be okay.
Yeah. Just, like, don't put mages directly behind the front lines if we don't need to.
Alright, I want to get the range of the night killer. Oh, wow, yeah, you know what? We can have our, we can kind of have our, cavalry kind of, like, plug this gap.
Yeah. Take out the flame lance, then.
Yeah, let's go with the verdant pike.
Yeah, save flame lance.
Alright. And as for you... Let's, yeah, let's go for the iron lance. And then once they come in and charge, we'll go ahead and do what we have to.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, Toronto, you're going to plug this gap with, yeah, Iron Lance. Now then, let's get a full range of everyone. So yeah, we just need to plug this gap right here, and that's going to be Gatry's job. With, yeah, let's make it the Rose Reaver. And there we go. We have a wall.
All right. I want to move Boyd to be part of it. We could have Mist, Kanto, heal, Har.
Yeah. I'm actually a little more trusting of Stefan's defense rather than Marcia's.
I mean, if it's just the
goose.
yeah, if it's just the cat.
Yeah. There we go. So who needs heals right now? Like, we might as well have Soren and Ileana and them do, like, be put on that duty.
Yeah.
Let me actually see. 53, 39, 40, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, Har has the most damage right now. And also Oscar.
Yeah, okay, I have an idea then. So, Soren, you go heal Oscar, and we'll have Rayson come in and Kanto you out.
Okay. And Mist and Alencia have their own Kanto, too.
That's true. Alright, you're gonna heal up Har. Man, like a well-oiled machine, I swear.
Yep.
Like, we're doing this pretty darn well. Pretty darn well. Yeah, you know what? Alencia, go ahead and Kanto heal, Nephany.
Free the XP.
Make sure I chant the right person.
Okay, and we should have Wyvern showing up then.
Alright.
After this turn.
We'll have Ileana heal up Marcia. And does anyone else need a heal? Ah. Perfect. Heals all around, goodness gracious.
Soren, I have a splinter, do you mind?
Yeah, I think that's it.
What a healthy army.
Alright, everyone else, get into position. Make us proud, everyone.
Now, this still isn't, like, the best matchup for Nephany. I mean, she'll survive it, but she won't do a ton of damage.
That's all I care about. Yeah, the whole purpose of this setup right here is so that they come in and attack the wall and get damaged a little bit, and then next turn we just basically destroy them.
We counter.
Especially because some of the units that are going to be most effective against these guys are the mages.
Toronto, good to have you back.
Yeah. In that shining silver armor. It's kind of like crazy to watch them like double because they gotta like have to slowly take their steps.
Yeah, so if we have mages destroy the guys on the front lines, then our melee units can just step forward and hit those short spearmen. So this is effectively a phalanx we've built.
Pretty much.
Like, the enemy doesn't even really have a plan here. They're just attacking whatever.
They don't know what to do about our defensive strats. Alright, and the cat's attacking Joffrey. Yep, cats are fast.
Alright.
Okay, Wyvern Riders, what do we got here? We got a Steel Axe, Steel Lance, and a Short Spear. We can handle them later.
Also, some Paladins are going to show up now after the next turn, but that's going to be to the right of the boss area.
Understood. We'll handle them as we go. First, let's get the mages to do some work. Beautiful. You haven't gotten a lot of action lately, Ileana.
Yeah, we didn't... Did we use Ileana at all in the last...
Maybe not to attack, but we used her for healing.
Yeah. Did we bring her in the last mission?
No, we didn't, actually. We didn't. We brought Soren.
Right.
It's just... It was a couple of chapters ago where Ileana didn't get a lot of action.
Yeah. She's definitely part of the, like, B team.
Yeah.
So this is, a crazy good light spell
that we created for, Reese. That's a critical! Okay, maybe do that before?
Yeah.
But okay.
This tome is expensive, Reese.
Seriously, though.
Let's think about where you crit.
Hey, it's good to see Reese getting into the, like, combat action now.
I forgot what level ups were like.
Alright, next up. Let's have Soren do this.
Okay. Again, critting on the second
seriously,
attack.
though!
These are expensive.
Guys, these are expensive weapons! We had to make these from scratch! And a hell of a lot of gold. Do us a little bit of a favor, will you?
Do you know how hard it is to make a magic tome? It's not just a printing press. You gotta weave magic.
Oh, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Lagoo's bow. I'm willing to try it.
Yeah.
We got leeway here, so
yeah,
I
we
think
don't have
we're
to
good.
do it all in one.
It's not like it's not like what it was a couple of turns ago.
Yeah.
In fact, does this possibly open up for Alencia? She's still very weak. Though I'm curious about something. Huh. Oh my god, that's times 4!
Do it.
Alencia!
I mean, it's because he's a very slow bishop, but...
Yeah. As bishops are. Good lord! Well, color me impressed!
All I can think of is in Infinity War, where Scarlet Witch drops down and, like, starts, like, throwing tanks around, and Okoye's like, why was she up there the whole time?
Oh man, like, The entire MCU just had, like, this really witty and fun, like, writing.
It's very quippy.
It is very quippy.
Yeah.
Can someone please take care of Can someone please take care of that base? Hulk comes in, crashes. Thank you.
Well, Thor's fighting a battalion on West 83rd. And he didn't invite me.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, it's a little too quippy, but that's kind of just part of its identity. For the most part, I really like it.
Oh, absolutely it is. Like, the thing is, like, it kind of has to be quippy based on their cast. Because, like, let's be honest, you're not going to get away with not having a quippy script with someone like Robert Downey Jr.
Well, and that's something that Joss Whedon really perfected in the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
And now there's a lot of negativity surrounding Joss Whedon, and I'm not condoning any of his.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm not condoning any of his behavior or anything, but I don't want to undo how well written Avengers is.
I'm not entirely understanding of that whole situation. Like, why?
He's just kind of, I don't know. He has an interesting history with how he's treated women on his sets.
That is true. I will grant you that, but
we don't have to go into it.
We don't. Though I do remember Scarlett Johansson kind of commenting on that a few times.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is that I feel like Joss Whedon kind of perfected the code of how this whole superhero movie thing works, and since then I think we've done better than the first Avengers.
I agree. I completely agree.
But yeah.
It's a touchy subject, I'll admit. Not the MCU as a whole in general, but just that whole spiel.
Yeah.
And then
that's a lot, and I feel like I don't understand it well enough to really give my opinion on it.
Yeah, I will.
If I'm being honest,
I will agree with you though. I saw this. I will agree with you on one thing though. I saw that one post about the debacle with Steve Rogers.
Oh, right, yeah. So yeah, right now on Falcon and the Winter Soldier, no spoilers, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But a very big part of the storyline is who is going to be Captain America.
Yeah.
And you have this character named John Walker, who in the comics did this exact thing, actually.
Yeah.
Who gets appointed by the government to take up the mantle of Captain America, because America gets to decide who Captain America is.
Right. But?
And John Walker's kind of morally complicated. And it's supposed to, when you first see him walk on frame wearing the suit and holding the shield and stuff like that, you're supposed to be kind of upset about it. It's hard to see someone besides Steve being Captain America.
And that was the whole thing with Falcon. That's the entire thing that he's been commenting on. And I think that's kind of the crux of Captain America and the Winter Soldier, because they both kind of have this kind of agreement that, hey, on the one hand, yes, I get where you're coming from, but on the other hand, it's someone needs to take up the mantle of Captain America. Either way, we're not going to be happy about it because, it's freaking, we both personally knew Steve Rogers.
The show, the first episode starts with Falcon actually taking the shield and donating it to the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Because even though Steve chose him, he thinks there should be no Captain America now. It should die with Steve Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, but anyway...
Yeah.
The point is, John Walker is this kind of, love-to-hate-him character who slowly becomes maybe more I actually do really hate him.
Didn't mean to do that. Whoops.
People have been sending death threats to Wyatt Russell, the actor who plays John Walker, and plays him very, very well.
I agree.
He does a really good job being this morally complicated, very viscerally hateable person.
Mm-hmm.
And, people are sending him death threats for stealing not just stealing, for the fictitious character stealing the mantle from the other fictitious character, Steve Rogers. Or they think, oh, you're trying to be Captain America because, do you think you're Chris Evans? You're not Chris Evans. And, that's... it's a fictional story, guys!
First of all, it's a fictional story, first of all. Second of all,
he's playing a villain, and I know it's sort of supposed to be a morally complicated villain, but...
Mm-hmm. But even then, it's like...
It's kind of stretching the term villain.
And I'm going to admit this, like... I don't care if, like... I don't care if your point is just... I don't care if, like, the point is justified. I don't care if, like, the whole situation is, like, oh, there's a very understandable reason for why you feel this way. Don't send death threats to people, guys. Don't send death threats. Like, that's... That in and of itself, like, there's no morally proper or situationally proper reason to ever send a death threat to anyone.
Like
I don't...
How unmoored from reality must you have to be to like watch this show and think based on the events of the show that like you're justified in harassing this person?
Like there's really no point in it. It's like, why do you decide that, what's making you decide that all of a sudden it's like, oh, like this, I don't agree with this person's thing, like I'm gonna send a death threat to them. Like what is the logic behind that? Like, there is never a good reason to send a death threat to anyone. I don't care who the heck you are.
Yeah, I'm like struggling to think of some outlandish situation where that would be the right thing to do.
Yeah, but no, there isn't. Like, say what you will about certain people. Say what you will about, you know, whether you agree with me or disagree on certain situations, but I can think of plenty of people that I just don't care about, and I don't necessarily, like... I don't necessarily agree with them, or I don't like them, or anything like that whatsoever. Like, there are plenty of people that I can think of that might, cross that line for me, but I never wish death upon my enemies. Ever. Like, yeah, we're playing a video game right now where it's like, oh, well, you're killing people, and, like, in this video game, and it's like, it's a video game, people! Just like the Winter Soldier or, like, the whole mantle of Captain America and everything, and that whole spiel is completely fictional.
Yeah, it's a show about a guy with mechanical bird wings.
Yeah, like, if you're going to send a death threat to, like, again, I don't condone this, I'm just going to say this right now. If you're going to send a death threat to someone for threatening a family member, or, like, you know, they tried to take you down or something, fine. Okay, I can kind of understand that. Still don't do it, but I can kind of see where you're coming from. If you're sending death threats to someone over something as petty as fiction, go get therapy.
And like,
go get therapy, guys.
It's like
for real.
And like, the guy didn't even do they're angry at him for.
He's just doing a job. He's being an actor.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't even him, like, trying to stand up for anything or trying to do some, like, do what everyone says he's trying to do. He's just doing a job that he was contracted to do.
You must, like, be watching John Walker on Falcon and the Winter Soldier and thinking that the show is condoning it and thinking that he's actually the hero, and then you don't like that he's the hero, and, like, that's a really poor reading of the text.
Even then, I'm just not in agreement with just the wow. See, Ike is just as angry as we are about that whole spiel. Like, just...
Ike says don't send death threats to actors.
Yeah, don't ever send a death threat to anyone. It's morally wrong. I'm just gonna say that much right now.
So, I know you've been...
It's just, it makes me angry, but then again, I suppose, like, I'll admit, I've had a lot of reasons to be angry lately.
The one that drives me the most nuts was Kelly Marie Tran, who played Rose Tico in Star Wars Episode 8.
Yeah.
Which... You know, whatever you think of the movie, I happen to think that movie is very, very good. And that character is very, very, very lovable. But even if you don't think that, that doesn't mean that, like, it ruined Star Wars. But even if you think it did ruin Star Wars, that doesn't mean that it's the actor Rose Tico's fault. Or that it's the actor Kelly Marie Tran's fault. And even if it was her fault, it is disgusting some of the messages that she got by the thousands.
Oh my god.
By the thousands.
Yeah, it's...
Of the most... incomprehensible, racist, sexist, horrible exhibition of mankind.
Like, I like, one thing I've kind of noticed, admittedly, is, like, we put celebrities on a pedestal sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
Like, so much so to the point where it's kind of like, okay, maybe like, tone it back a bit, because this is getting, like, to the point of egregious hero worship, mind you. I have no issues with hero worship as long as it's, like, not egregiously, like, oh, it's taking over your life or anything like that. But then again, I've come to realize that celebrities also get hit with some of the worst crap ever. Like, they get hate up the wazoo, and it's not even limited to just, like, one person or another. Every single celebrity, anyone who has any sort of fame or fortune or just notoriety gets hit with some level of hate to some degree. Like, they do, there's the classic saying, you're not truly famous unless someone absolutely loathes you.
Yeah.
Which, I suppose, like, kind of, like, you know, everyone's gonna get hate. Like, no matter what. That's just the reality of the situation. But sometimes it gets to a point where I'm just like... sometimes it just gets to a point where I'm just questioning the integrity of mankind. But then again, I work for the news. I've seen plenty of that crap already.
Have you ever gotten a death threat before as the Green Scorpion?
I cannot say I've ever gotten a death threat, and I hope I never do.
I know you've gotten, like, harassing messages.
Okay, you know what? I might as well go ahead and, like address that while we're at it. I have received, some situations of, people harassing me or saying that I'm a piece of crap, every now and again. One of the more notable ones, actually, is, I think I've shared this story before, but I had this dude on Tumblr who just message spammed me up the wazoo because he hated the fact that I did not like Corrin as a character. And at that point, I'm just thinking, okay, dude, like, it's not that big a deal. I don't like Corrin. I just don't like Corrin. Like, if you like Corrin, then great. By all means, like, more power to you. I'm glad you do, but I don't. But he was having none of it. He was visceral. He was just demanding that I stopped hating Corrin to the point where I started ignoring him. Like, I was just like, okay, I'm not having this conversation anymore. And I went to bed. And then the next day, my inbox had like 100 messages on Tumblr of the same thing that this guy was telling me to stop hating Corrin. And at that point, I was just like, okay.
All from him? Or
all from him.
Okay.
This one dude sent me 100+ messages demanding that I stop hating Corrin, and I'm like, okay, now you're getting blocked because I don't want to deal with this crap. So for anyone who thinks that I'm going to stop hating Corrin, like, just because people tell me to, you're insane.
I mean, and the thing is, like, you don't need to tie so much of your identity to a character you like to the point where it, like, emotionally harms you when a reviewer doesn't like them.
Exactly. And it's like, why though? Like, I don't like Corrin. I don't like a lot of characters. I'm pretty sure that there's plenty of characters out there that I don't like that plenty of other people will worship to the high heavens. And you know what? That's okay. That's them. And I'm me. That's just how it is, you know?
I remember when stuff came out about Pro Jared, the YouTuber Pro Jared.
Yeah,
and
that's a mess in and of itself.
I won't talk about the situation itself because, to be honest, I don't know all of it. There's aspects of it that we can't know.
I saw a lot of the fallout, and I was following it for a little bit of for a little while. But at one point, I stopped. I just started ignoring it because, like, I kind of settled with that it had nothing to do with me. So I just, like, it's none of my business.
Yeah. I've been pretty much not watching his videos anymore just because, like, I'm not really sure. I don't want to, like, make a huge claim that he's, like, an awful... I don't want to, like, publicly denounce him, but, like...
I watched Pro Jared, like, a while before, but then I kind of stopped just because I lost interest.
Yeah. But, the point I'm trying to make is...
Yeah.
I remember when stuff came out about him and he was, you know, being canceled, as it goes. Ooh, runoff crit.
Yep.
And then... a bunch of... Because you have the stuff comes out, and you have the people who are outraged about it, rightfully, and you have... Then you have the cancellation start of, like, no one should have anything to do with this person.
Just gonna say right now, I hate cancel culture, but that's...
And then you have the memes. Then the memes start.
Yeah.
And the, like, and you have the people who come out who say, like, oh, this person was always garbage anyway, though, so, like, it doesn't even matter because everything they make is bad. And I remember a lot of people being, like, serves him right because of this comment he made in, like, his Sonic Adventure 2 review of him just, like, being too critical of the Sonic game that they liked. And I'm like, guys,
God.
I think you're kind of missing the point of why we should be angry at him.
Yeah, it's like,
we're talking about, like, allegations of pedophilia here. It's not a problem that he doesn't like Sonic.
There's this danger in the community, and this is one thing that, like, I will say annoys me about the video game community and, like, just the general communities, like, as a whole. It's like you said, they tie their identities so much to this one thing that they like, so much so that they get upset if someone either likes or hates something that they are the opposite of. And it gets to the point where, like...
I don't care if you don't like Undertale.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's just, like... The thing is, like, I've noticed that a lot of the time, it's just a matter of, like, people want to either create some sort of controversy or, like, seek out some validation or just have these people be like, I understand, you're right, like, that's the whole thing, and suddenly, like, they're, like, full of themselves because someone said, oh, hey, yeah, you're right, you know, that kind of thing. And that kind of, like, ties into something that I hate about that whole culture, and this kind of ties into politics, I'll admit. It's not even about, like, you know, doing the right thing or pragmaticism or just accepting that everyone, like, has different, like, opinions and whatnot. They care more about being right.
Yeah.
So egregiously so that it's a problem. And, yeah, so that's kind of the thing. That's kind of my stance on it, I'll admit.
Hey, I think we might want to pull Ranulph out of there soon, though, because I think eventually we're having other units spawn up there.
Alright, sounds good. Well, it's not Ranulph up there, it's Ike.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's Ike.
Right, sorry. Except it looks like it's not until, like, turn 15, actually.
Okay, we should be fine. So yeah, on this passionate episode of The Green Scorpion plays Fire on the Path of Radiance with featuring ComicFoil.
I will never forgive what the internet did to Kelly Marie Tran.
No, I completely agree with you.
What a sweet person.
There's a lot of, like, examples that I can think of. Like, if I can, like, speak real for a moment, like, I'll admit, permission to speak for real.
Permission granted.
A lot of this stuff does enrage me. Like, a lot of the things that I see on the happening on the internet, like what that happened and, you know, among everything, does definitely upset me. But I'll admit, I've gotten so much so to the point where it doesn't even faze me anymore.
I mean, that's natural. If you deal with something enough, you build a tough skin to it.
Yeah, and, like, so... I've expressed this, like, more than enough times already. You guys know I work for the news, like, local news, mind you, but we do cover a lot of what goes on, like, in general. And, yeah, just gonna say right now, the news is really, really goddamn depressing. Especially nowadays, especially, like, well, with COVID, and, you know, the current political environment is kind of just, like, really, really bad.
We've had a heck of a year, and like, every year has been a heck of a year, but... It's been a heck of a year.
It's been one heck of a year. And yeah, I'll admit, like, I'm mentally, I'm exhausted. So much so that I'm laughing about it. Let's see, okay.